Another brick fan with a BrickHeadz set from the Lord of the Rings. This is Aragorn and Arwen. This is set 40632. It was released in January 2023. It has 261 pieces and cost about $20 when it was released. This is one of 3 BrickHeadz sets that were released in 2023, and all of them look really great. I'm very impressed with how they put these together, and it's really nice to get some new Lord of the Rings Lego sets since I missed out on the ones that were released with the movies. This is based on the Return of the King, where Aragorn finally takes his rightful place as king and takes Arwen as his bride. So both these characters have some really nice prints. They use a lot of silver pieces for the crowns, which I thought turned out really nicely. So let's go ahead and get these built and take a closer look at the 2 BrickHeadz. Here are the finished BrickHeadz, and of course we have Arwen here on the left, so this is the Elvish princess, and then we have Aragorn here on the right. Both turned out very nicely. I like the print for the princess's crown. There's a print for Aragorn and his crown, and then there's a print for his royal robes, and it looks like they're over a chainmail armor. So let's take a closer look at each of these in turn. We'll start with Arwen. This is Princess Arwen. So here she has the dark brown hair, which is nice. There's like I mentioned, this really nice silver print here for her hair. There's a little bit of brown behind it just to show her hair underneath the crown. She does have a couple of braids or long hair, kind of goes down on along her sides and under her chin there. Moving to the side, you see these silver pieces here for the crown that she wears. Here's her ear. Her hands are here with this spring green robe that goes down and flares out here at the bottom. Perhaps a dress is maybe a better way to describe that. Her hair build is a little bit basic for most female BrickHeadz. Have very complex hair, but perhaps as an elf she has much more conservative outlook. More of the crown here, you notice it dips down in the back and then goes back up along the side. These grill pieces are typically in this metallic silver. You see those a lot, but these other pieces you rarely see in the metallic silver, so it's nice to get that bright silver piece here. Both sides pretty much designed both sides are built the same. So a very nice representation of Arwen. I think the dress is pretty plain. It's just that simple spring green, I believe is the official color, or this very light or pale green color. Still turned out very nicely. This is Aragorn, who is the rightful king. And he is done with this very short cropped beard in front. I like the way they did this with the stud on the side type build to give him this nice short beard. Of course, I already pointed out this nice print here with the silver for the crown. There's some more silver pieces along the sides, much like Arwen. Looking down at the print on his chest here, you see the robes have this gold embroidery here, this gold inlay. I'm not sure how you want to describe that. He's wearing like a red shirt underneath, it looks like. There's a little bit of red you can see right underneath his beard there. And then you see some indications of some chainmail perhaps underneath the robe that he's wearing. Moving around to the side, you see that crown build here in the metallic silver with a kind of a point here done with these sloped, with this slope with a wedge here. And then here's his hands. The robe, of course, comes up over his shoulder there. He's got kind of a shoulder pushed out here. Then he has this cape in black that he wears over the gray robe. So it comes down the side here. Then there's a wide section here in the back. Of course, his hair build, a couple more of the silver pieces for the crown. And then this other side is built the same way with the hair all done exactly the same. And again, one of these points made with these slopes with a wedge in them. So also a good look for Aragorn as well. Overall, a nice pair of BrickHeadz. I think they both look very accurate to their characters from the movie. I think Arwen is just a little bit plain. It would have been nice to have seen some kind of print on her dress, maybe with some buttons or a necklace, jewelry, something like that. But I suppose elves are relatively conservative, so they probably don't have a lot of flair in their dress and their appearance. Aragorn looks really good in his gray robes there. I like the way, as I mentioned, I like the way that the beard was done and the way the crowns are done. Both of them are done with these silver pieces, which I think look really great, along with the silver printing on the pieces that go with the crowns. Value on BrickHeadz has been very consistent over the years. So there's a 2 full-size BrickHeadz set. This is $20. Sticking with that $10 per BrickHeadz price. I think that's a very good value. This set does have 261 pieces, which is driving the price down to maybe 7 to 8 cents per piece, well below the 10 cent per piece threshold I like to use as a measure of value. But I think BrickHeadz are always a good value because they are such great display pieces and they really are good representations of the characters that they have chosen over the years. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this BrickHeadz set. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my LEGO reviews. I've left a link to my BrickHeadz review playlist up here on the screen.